Let's jump right in. Think of this explainer as an open letter to you. Something meant to be listened to in the quiet, stillness of the late night. If you've ever felt like you're carrying the absolute weight of the world on your shoulders, but everyone around you just praises how incredibly grounded you seem, well, I want you to know that I see you. We're going to gently deconstruct the architecture of the exhausted soul. We'll explore the hidden biology of emotional exhaustion, those deep psychological mechanisms that just take over when you've simply endured too much. And most importantly, we're going to trace a gentle path back to feeling safe in your own body.
Picture this. It's 2 a.m. You're sitting on the edge of your bed, bathed in the soft glow of moonlight. Or maybe you're just resting on the cold tile of a bathroom floor. You aren't exploding with anger. There's no cinematic breakdown, no shouting, perhaps not even any tears. Instead, there's just this silent, controlled collapse. It's like a snow globe finally settling after being violently shaken for hours. You're folding inward, completely still, as your body finally admits what it's been trying so hard to ignore. It whispers, almost apologetically, "I can't hold all of this anymore." This isn't your body giving up. Actually, it's your body gently asking for mercy after years of bracing for impact.
People often look at someone who has endured intense hardship and say, "Wow, you are so calm. Literally nothing ever rattles you." But if this is your story, what they are praising as an unshakable calm, well, it isn't actually calm at all. What you're truly experiencing is a quiet, protective numbness. The outside world sees a rock, right? An immovable force. But internally, you're experiencing a total system shutdown designed specifically to protect you from an overwhelming emotional flood.
When your nervous system is overwhelmed for too long, it behaves exactly like a smartphone entering low power mode to keep its delicate circuits from overheating. It systematically shuts down non-essential functions to conserve energy, narrowing your emotional bandwidth to the absolute bare minimum. Before you hit this stage, there are always early warning signs of nervous system overload. Maybe you find yourself doom scrolling for hours, entirely forgetting to breathe deeply. Or maybe you feel this sudden, unexplained urge to isolate from absolutely everyone you love. Or you get disproportionately agitated by normal, everyday noises, like a television or a closing door. Numbness is just the final stage of this overload. You didn't stop feeling because you reached some enlightened state of Zen. You stopped feeling because your mind's capacity was entirely exceeded. The world feels muted because your brain is actively shielding you. Calm is a choice, but numbness is pure survival.
Section 1. The biology of exhaustion.
So, let's look closely at what chronic unpredictability does to your biology over time. When you live in an environment where safety is never guaranteed, a chaotic dynamic forms between two key brain regions. Your amygdala, which is your brain's primal alarm system, becomes wildly overactive. It starts firing not just at real present threats, but at possible ones, imagined ones, and remembered ones. To manage this relentless stream of alarms, your prefrontal cortex has to work massive overtime, constantly scanning microexpressions, tone changes, and energy shifts. This creates a severe chemical exhaust. Your body becomes flooded with cortisol, locking you in an endless loop of burnout. It leaves you in a permanent state of hypervigilance, constantly scanning rooms for those tiny changes in vocal tone and invisible energy shifts. It is an incredibly draining way to exist.
Society might tell you that you're just too sensitive, but science offers a much kinder truth. You aren't broken. Your brain didn't become too sensitive, it became highly optimized. It became too prepared. It evolved into a magnificent survival masterpiece under immense pressure, doing exactly what it was supposed to do to get you through the darkness. In this moment of deep self-compassion, I really want you to thank your brain for its incredibly hard work, rather than feeling frustrated by your current exhaustion. It kept you safe.
But to truly understand the heavy cost of carrying this survival masterpiece, we have to look backward. We have to gently examine your origin story and sit with 5 deep questions. Ask yourself right now, and just let these hang in the quiet air. Did you feel safe to make mistakes? Who were you protecting when you should have been protected? Did you have to earn your rest? Did you have to hide your sadness? And was your peace dependent on someone else's mood? Honestly, did you actually mature naturally? Or did you just adapt to survive? The reality for the exhausted soul is that you didn't mature naturally. You adapted. Think of your inner child. It's absolutely terrifying for a child to have to decode slamming doors and heavy footsteps instead of just being allowed to play. You learned how to monitor every single adult's mood in the house before you ever understood your own feelings. You translated unpredictable comfort long before you were allowed to just be a carefree kid. We really must honor that child who had to be so vigilant.
Because of these early adaptations, you carry a profound, unacknowledged grief. People might admire your deep wisdom, but that wisdom wasn't earned gently. It was painfully extracted from you long before you had the strength to carry it. You grieve for the version of yourself who could have trusted easily, who didn't have to mentally rehearse every single conversation just to avoid danger. To honor this grief, I invite you to try a guided journaling step tomorrow. Just write a letter to that younger version of you. Acknowledge what they missed. Tell them it wasn't fair that they had to be so smart so early. Give that grief a safe place to exist outside of your body.
Section 2. The gentle return. This return from low power mode begins the very moment we wake up. Before we even look at the broader path, consider starting tomorrow with a simple morning routine to establish nervous system awareness. When you wake up, avoid your phone for the first 20 minutes. Instead, just place a hand on your chest, feel your heartbeat, and take 3 slow, intentional breaths to signal absolute safety to your body, right at the start of the day.
You see, healing doesn't begin by forcing yourself to be stronger. It begins by teaching your nervous system it no longer has to brace for impact. First up is awareness. Simply notice when your chest tightens without any self-judgment. Second, regulation. Calm the brain by practicing simple somatic grounding techniques daily. Try the 5-4-3-2-1 sensory method. Run your hands under cold water, sway gently from side to side, or use bilateral tapping on your shoulders to step back from the edge. Third, reparenting. Give yourself emotional permission to rest and learn gentle ways to express your needs without feeling like a burden. It's perfectly okay to say, I don't have the bandwidth for this right now, but I care about you. Or simply, I need to just sit quietly for 10 minutes. Finally, safe connections. You can use a gentle 3-month plan to rebuild consistent trust with others. Month 1, focus purely on setting internal boundaries. Month 2, practice saying no to very small things. Month 3, slowly allow safe people to see you in moments of non-crisis vulnerability.
As you practice these gentle daily steps, something really beautiful happens. You'll realize that everything you survived hasn't just left you exhausted, it shaped you into someone with truly uncommon depth. You have essentially become a lighthouse. Picture that lighthouse standing firm against the crashing waves. Its light cuts through the thickest fog, not with force or aggression, but with a persistent, quiet presence that offers absolute safety.
A lighthouse doesn't shine because it's perfect or pristine. It shines brightly precisely because it remembers the darkness, and it knows exactly what it's like to feel lost at sea. Your intense pain and your survival instincts have transformed into deep, rare, and profound compassion. To maintain this light, you can build a checklist of small daily habits to slowly rebuild personal nervous system safety. Practice pausing before you react to a message. Drink a glass of water mindfully, noticing the temperature. Consciously unclench your jaw, and consciously drop your shoulders away from your ears. Your life no longer has to be just about enduring the storm. It can be about creating gentleness.
So as we close tonight, if you need a daily affirmation for tomorrow, try this. My rest is a requirement, not a reward. I am allowed to put the heavy things down. You've spent a lifetime using your hypervigilance to protect yourself and likely to guide others through their storms too. So I leave you with this final thought. How will you turn that incredible compassion inward? How will you use your light to guide yourself toward peace today and finally allow your exhausted soul to just breathe?